like, so obviously you've read a lot more, or you've had more experience with the Sword of Truth world. When you get confessed, do you lose, you lose like all memory? Like, I know you lose yourself.
You retain your memories.
Right.
Because you have to be able to confess to what it is you did. So
right,
you have that.
Duh.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But you lose all connection or emotion for anything other than the Mother Confessor.
Well, because I was trying to figure out, so Kahlan confesses this sorceress, and there's a mriswith right there, along with Brogan and Lunetta. Why does she need to tell the sorceress what to do? The sorceress should have memory that there is a mriswith, Brogan, Lunetta, and however many men.
These are the bad guys.
Hey, let's jump to conclusions here, sorceress. Don't wait for me to tell you. Go kill the people you know are around you.
I didn't have to, or I didn't expect to have to tell you this, but you're on our side now?
Yeah.
So kill them.
Yeah.
Please.
Hey, kill the bad guys. Okay, who are they again? Not us. Oh, okay, got it.
So Kahlan scoots back, trying to get away, only to back into fucking Toby Brogan and...
Toby Brogy.
Brogy.
Yeah.
Brogy. Toby Brogy. He grabs her hair, and she feels crazy pain. Lunetta is told to finish this and promptly explodes the sister.
Yeah.
The sorceress, right?
So, sorceress, yeah.
We don't know who she was. And
I don't
we're
think
not
so.
going to, apparently.
Yeah. I mean, we could try to get to know her, but she's kind of all over the place. Literally. Not like, oh no, she's scatterbrained. She's all over the place. No.
It's just covered in, like, I feel really close to her right now. Like, yeah all of us kind of do. And it's gross.
Yeah. You know how you're covered in blood? That's her.
That's that, in fact.
Yeah.
So Kahlan then tries to pull her knife and receives a kick to the stomach. Because he's an asshole who kicks people when they're down.
Yeah. If you didn't know Toby was a bad guy yet, Brogy's a bad guy.
Now you do.
Yeah.
So Toby revels in his catching her, taking the knife from her and calling for Lunetta. He rips Kahlan's shirt open with her unable to stop him.
Yeah, because she tried to reach for her power, and it was gone.
Not there.
Which, I was like, you know that.
Yeah, you knew that was going to happen.
You already knew your power was gone.
That was the chance you took. You only get one.
Yeah.
You know, and so you got to be super careful about when you use it.
I do believe, let me do a mental rewind here. Yes, this is not the first time she's used her power. So she should know this.
So Toby wants to take her before her power returns so they can question her. He grabs her nipple and raises the knife. Hold on. Pause. Okay, at first it sounds like the worst purple nurple ever.
Yeah.
Because he grips it fucking hard. Kahlan is like tears in her eyes, which just happens.
Oh, yeah, you
doesn't matter how tough you are.
You can't
fucking
control
hurts.
that, yeah. I was a middle school boy at one point, a middle school-aged boy, and I think PTSD would be the right word, like, of purple nurples. Like,
yeah.
You said that, and a tear welled in my eye. Just...
Oh, our friends were the worst.
Just take turns giving each other purple nurples, because... We're 13-year-old boys, and that's a great idea for some reason.
They're always a surprise, too. You never see it coming.
No,
all of a sudden they just have you.
No, Nate, I'm telling you it was worse.
Oh, no.
We stood there and challenged each other to give each other a worse purple nurple than what you just received.
Oh, God, you guys were sadistic.
Yes. Yes. Well, apparently when you grow up in a small farming community, entertainment is hard to come by.
There's only so much to do here.
Yeah, you can only watch cows for so long before it's like, what about purple nurple competition?
And soon you're like, well, there he is. There's Jimmy One Nipple. That poor son of a bitch.
Tell you what, he's a hell of a nurpler, though.
Oh, fuck. So, like I said, he grabs her nipple and he raises the knife when he is stopped by the mriswith, telling him to release her or die. So... Toby questions if he wishes it, right? He being the creator. And the mriswith asks if he's questioning him.
The creator.
The creator, right.
Yeah.
Toby assures him that he isn't.
is offensive to him.
Right.
Like, how dare you question me about questioning the faith? Like, you, sir, back off. So, yeah, the mriswith tells Toby to back off, and that the Dreamwalker doesn't want Toby to take her or, get control over her.
Right.
My question, wouldn't a fully submissive and under control Mother Confessor be a good thing for the Dreamwalker? Or is it just because the Dreamwalker doesn't have control that's a problem?
I think that's where it's coming from.
I was leaning that way, but
yeah.
at the same time, like, someone as powerful as the Mother Confessor, if you have an opportunity to get her completely under your thumb, seems like you should probably take that opportunity.
Well, I think that's what both Toby and Jade have in common. They both want that.
Yeah.
So Jade doesn't want Toby bringing her in, being like, check out my new slave. He's like, no, she's mine, not yours. So I'm going to relinquish control. You caught her for me. My mriswith are going to make sure that you do what I want you to do, and y'all are coming back, we assume.
Do you think that he could just give Jade the nipple, and then he would then have control over Kahlan? Why keep them? I assumed that the nipple is what let him have control. As long as he had the nipple, he was tied to that person.
That's why he keeps the bag. No, that does make sense.
He has the nipples, yeah. I mean, unless he's keeping them for, like, some weird aesthetic reason. Like, oh yeah, have you ever had dried nipple? Smells fantastic.
Oh, God.
I keep that around me all the time.
All the time.
It's like potpourri, but nipples.
But nipples. This is a nipple-scented candle.
I'm pretty sure I've seen worse scented candles available for sale.
I think I have to. Anyways.
Yeah, I digress.
Then another mriswith brings Adie over and shoves her to the ground next to Kahlan. So one of the mriswith is apparently walking around with a ton of Rada'Han on his wrist, maybe taking off the other sister. We don't know, and gives 2 of them to Lunetta, telling her that she needs to put them on the women because the sister is dead.
Exploded.
There is a red blood dust cloud still hanging over Indiana to this day. Right next to the swears of the dad from A Christmas Story.
Is
They're all
that
just right
what
over
that is?
Yeah.
I've always wondered.
Yeah, you can Google it and see on Google Earth.
Oh, yeah, right there. Interesting. Okay, hey, learn something new every day.
Adie tries to talk to Lunetta. Wow. 7.2%, guys. Adie tries to talk to Lunetta in the Nicobarese language and get her to let them go. But Lunetta does as Toby commands. She's not fucking around. Kahlan knows that once the Rada'Han is on, they are fucked. Just like Richard was.
Which is weird, because I'm pretty sure Kahlan is the one who made Richard put the collar on.
That's true. That's true.
It's almost like this is karma.
Look, I feel like it kind of is to a point, but I also feel like Kahlan was doing it for Richard's own good, which adds another element to it.
Yes, hindsight's always 20/20.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, in a way, like, see, Kahlan, this does suck. I feel like she knew it then, because I feel a lot. No, we talked about this before.
Yeah.
It's kind of good in a way.
Yeah.
Just that Kahlan has that happen, so she gets the stark reality of now you're helpless.
And there was a note that, like, it was reinforced that Kahlan knew that this was what was on Richard, and this is bad. So
mentally, she compares it to him right away.
Yeah, she does have that in the back of her head. I just hope that there was the thought of, like, oh, I made Richard do this willingly. Like, I just hope that realization happened in her head, even though we did not get to hear it happen.
Yeah, and I mean, she fought kicking and screaming to have it put on her, which it would also be in her best interest right now to not have that on. So that was the appropriate reaction.
Yeah.
So they reach the coach, and Ahern is there at knife point. This dude, I just want to, quick aside, has the longest single paying gig ever. And if I were this guy, I'd be like, I'm done with all of you people. I have a business that I haven't been to in months. My family hasn't seen me. This sucks, guys.
Yeah, but
We're going to have to renegotiate.
Do you know what happens if all of the people that he's driving around die? He doesn't get paid. He is ride or die, literally. We are going to ride to your destination. You will pay me, or we're all dying.
Or we're all dead.
We better die, because if I don't get paid...
And you have to assume with the people he's with, if they die, he's going to die too.
Yeah. I mean, maybe there's a chance that you... Well, actually, I think he's the safest out of everyone. Adie flameballed all the horses.
Oh,
so
fuck.
he can just turn around and go, hey, guys, I got a coach. That's
$20, bad guys. Come on up.
It's empty because you killed my previous people.
Hey, turns
Hop
out
in.
I'm looking for a job.
Yeah.
How are you doing this evening?
You need a ride? I need people to ride with me.
Right, yeah.
This is a win-win.
Let's see. Ahern had tried to lead the ones that were chasing them away, right? But he had failed. He's like, you guys go this way, I'll take off in this direction. It didn't work, but it was a valiant try, and Kahlan acknowledges that.
It was a classic Sea of Thieves tactic. It's like, hey, I'm gonna turn the coach this way. You guys jump out on the left because I'm turning to the right, so they won't see you jump out. They'll just keep following me.
Or the classic turn-in maneuver where you hook around the outpost and you drop the rowboat.
Yeah, do the classic. Oh, the rowboat one.
They go chasing the ship, and then you're on the island cashing in with the rowboat.
I thought you were going anchor turn.
Oh,
turn around the island. Yeah.
I don't know if people play Sea of Thieves, but if you haven't, you should.
Yeah.
Because it's the best.
You're a pirate.
But I digress.
Yeah. That's a different podcast.
We could probably do that for Patreon too.
Hey guys, listen to us play Sea of Thieves.
So Kahlan is very relieved that she made everyone go to Ebonisia, knowing that they all would have died had they come with her. She does feel a bit of sorrow for Orsk before being shoved into the coach. Opportunity for convo about feeling sorrow for someone who is fucking terrible, but had this mind wipe thing and was forced to do good. Like, we were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't left in there, and I wonder if that's because you're not supposed to feel bad for Orsk. But then again, it does erase every bit of who you are. So maybe Orsk 2, new Orsk, something like that. You can feel bad for him.
Well, no, so like you combined Nicol Barisi and Lunetta as Newletta.
Newletta.
Maybe New Orsk.
Newletta Norisi.
New Orsk. It was Norsk. Norsk has always been a good person, and Norsk is who died.
So we're gonna hypothetically pour one out for Norsk.
I will pour one out into my mouth.
I like that idea, yeah. Okay.
Cheers to Norsk.
Cheers to Norsk.
Yeah.
So everyone loads up the coach and starts moving. Kahlan, wondering where they are going and upset that she got so close to Richard, but never made it. Adie gives her a comforting touch. We know that they are, what are they, bound? They're set next to each other.
Yes.
And they're prisoners. She does is like gives her a finger on her leg because they're in pretty close quarters, and Kahlan is like, fucking thank you, I needed that right now.
Yeah, I believe it's just the Rada'Han that's on their necks. They're not bound, so like they're free to move, they can move their feet, move their hands, but they do have the Rada'Han on them.
Well, they can't move a lot.
Well, yeah.
Because the mriswith tells them if they try to escape, he will cut the bottoms of their feet, and if they try to speak, he will slice out their tongue. I get the slicing of the tongue thing, but I gotta say, if you run, I will cut the bottoms of your feet.
Yeah.
Is massively brutal.
Yes.
And yet wildly effective, I would imagine.
Oh, I don't know why I said yes, because I feel the opposite of how you do.
Oh.
So I have my own personal note here that says that there's a harsher punishment for them speaking than there is them attempting to escape. Well, because he doesn't say, I'm going to cut your feet off. He's like, I'm going to little cut in the bottom of your foot.
Is it a little cut? Okay, because I think we had two different ideas of what he meant, because I was coming from more of a peeling